Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's Julianne here, and today I'm sharing this teacher-inspired card using one of the new stamps and die sets that was just released from Honeybee Stamps in the June 2020 mini release. For my card today, I'm going to be using the new My Hero stamp set as well as the coordinating dies, along with the Be Bold alphabet dies. So let's get started. I'm going to start out my card today by stamping the apple and book image that can be found in the My Hero stamp set onto a strip of Express It blending cardstock. And I'm going to be stamping that image a total of 4 times, as well as an additional time on a scrap piece of that same cardstock. And I'm going to be stamping all of my images today using some Memento Tuxedo black ink, so that way I can do some Copic coloring. Now that I have all of my images stamped out and ready to go, I'm going to start working on my Copic coloring. I have sped this up so it didn't take up the entire video, but I am going to be showing you what colors I used for my apples today, as well as a few of the books. But I encourage you to pull out your favorite color combinations just like I did, and color in the books as well as the apples any colors you might like. Like normal, I'm going to be starting with my lightest shade, working my way to my darkest before coming back down to my lightest. I find that this gives me the best results when Copic coloring, but of course I encourage you to do whatever method gives you the best results, whether it be Copic coloring like I am, maybe even watercoloring, or no line coloring. But I'm just going to have all my marker caps off to the side if you are interested in what colors I'm using today, and I'll be right back. Now with all of my coloring complete, I'm going to start working on the other half of my background for my card today. Since I don't have an embossing folder that has the alphabet, I'm going to be creating that effect using the Be Bold alphabet dies from Honeybee Stamps. And for that, I'm going to show you here how I set up my die cutting plates for my Big Shot die cutting machine. Of course, if you have a different die cutting machine, it may be a little different. But I'm going to be placing my bottom plate down on my work surface, and then I'm going to be adding in my rubber mat on top of that. And then I'm going to be adding a piece of cardstock that I've already trimmed down. And for my card today, I am using an 80-pound piece of cardstock. And once I have all 3 of those down, I'm then going to start adding on my letter dies. And for that, I'm just going to be putting them in ABC order, but I'm not too worried about getting them all straight or evenly spaced out, because that would drive me absolutely insane. But once I have them all on my background panel and I feel that it's covered up enough, I'm going to place my second die cutting plate on top of everything, and then I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. And that's going to give me that really nice embossing folder effect without cutting through my cardstock. Now with all of my elements for my card ready to go, I'm going to start working on assembling everything together. I'm going to start out by adhering my Copic colored background panel directly to my card base, which is A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to be adhering that using some liquid adhesive. And then I'm going to adhere a thin strip of black glitter cardstock that I trimmed down earlier directly on top of that panel as well. I thought adding in this thin strip of cardstock would really help separate the two background panels for my card today. Once I have both of those adhered, I'm then going to start adhering my embossed background panel, and I'm going to be adhering that directly to my card base as well, but I'm going to be using foam adhesive for this, so that way I can give my card that little bit of added dimension. Finally, I'm going to adhere both my additional image that I colored earlier, as well as my sentiment, using both foam and liquid adhesive directly on top of my embossed panel. And finally, I'm just going to be scattering some of those Gold Lights confetti mix from Honeybee Stamps throughout my card. And that's going to complete my super quick and easy teacher-inspired card using the brand new My Hero stamp set as well as the coordinating dies. I want to thank you all for stopping by and spending some time with me. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe for even more card making ideas. All the supplies I used today will all be listed and linked down below in the description. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting!